Hey, honey.
Hey.
Hey, honey.
Hey.
What's up?
I've been telling you.
No, because I said it before it started. Before it started recording.
You got to
so I had to say it again. I'm telling you, it ain't over. So I wanted to talk about this Netflix film that we've been looking at. Well, I wanted to talk about especially the Nollywoods. I couldn't remember all of them, but no. Let's start with the 100. The 100.
Shadow, that's a mercenary business.
See, I told you it's always something.
The commercial at the beginning, right?
No, that was that was from the article that I was going to read. But anyway, you know how the videos start playing. Anyway, The 100 on Netflix. I didn't know that it started out in 2014. It's in its 6th season, and all 6 seasons are on Netflix. So it's set 97 years after a nuclear war has destroyed civilization, and when a spaceship housing humanity's one survivors. Wait a minute. When the spaceship housing the humanity survivors send 100 juvenile delinquents back to Earth in hopes of possibly repopulating the Earth. Oh, it's in its 5th season. And it stars Isaiah Washington from Grey's Anatomy and from a whole lot of stuff.
So now you're like a private detective.
Always something. And I can't close
You think
it.
I don't know what you're doing out there? Well, at least I'm doing something. He's helping people. He's playing God.
So out of 5 stars, my 5 stars, I gave this a 3.5.
I just a 3.5.
Because we haven't really, you know how sometimes we'll start watching shows and then they get boring and we don't watch them anymore. We're only on the 2nd season, so I think that's pretty high for 5 stars out of 5 stars. We're only on the 2nd season, like the 2nd episode. So the next one I picked was Lionheart. I don't think you watched Lionheart. It's of Nollywood. So Netflix got a plethora of Nollywood movies, and I like Nollywood movies because they start out pretty slow, but they hold your interest long enough for you to want to, watch it to the end. It was about a woman that falls, her father falls ill. Her name is Ada. And she steps up to run the family business alongside her uncle and prove herself you saw it, in a male-dominated world.
What was the name of it?
It was called Lionheart, where the lady took over her father's bus company. He had a bus company, and remember the uncle, her uncle, he was the one that really made the movie. The uncle brought the flavor to the movie. You probably don't remember the uncle. You probably have to look at it again. But he was the one that brought the flavor to the movie. So, and out of 5 stars, I gave Lionheart a 4 because it was good. It held my interest. It was a little slow, but like I said, it held my interest. So this is probably the one that you didn't watch with me. Road to Yesterday, about the married couple, Victoria and Izu. They try to reconnect during a road trip, but bringing long repressed secrets to light threatens yet more discord. It was slow, but I kept wanting to know, what was going to happen. It's a good movie to watch on a Saturday evening. I gave it 3 stars. I don't think you watched that. But I know you're going to remember this one. The Visit. It was about the lives of an uptight couple, Chidi and Eugenia, are thrown into dismay when a loudmouth, hard-partying new couple move in next door. Remember the 4 couples? We saw the Nollywood movie with the 4 couples, and they kept.
Oh yeah, they started fighting.
They were friends one minute, and they were fighting, arguing the next minute, and they'd be friends again.
Telling everybody
business and secrets. I laughed, I cried, I held on to the edge of my seat because I just wanted to know what was going to happen next. Right when something when you think it was gonna, work out, something come up. The secret with the wife, though, that was something else. I'm not gonna tell too much, but The Visit, Nollywood movie, is very good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars because I remembered it. And Chidi, remember the husband, the Hasididi husband, the uptight. You remember the uptight couple? It was her husband and the wife.
The one that was drinking secretly.
Right. Chidi, her husband. To me, he was the one that brought the flavor to the show because he was funny. Even when he was being serious, he was funny. Just like the uncle on Lionheart. So like I said, out of 5 stars, I gave that 4.5. I could have given it a 5, and I gave it a 4.5 because I remembered everything. I can remember what happened, and we watched this months ago. Now the next Nollywood movie, I don't think you watched this one. It was called Mom, Dad, Meet Sam. This is about a highly successful typical Nigerian son. He turns his family into chaos when he brings a white English girlfriend home to Lagos. I gave it a 2.5 stars. I've seen the story before. I only gave it 2.5 because it's a Nollywood movie. And these Nollywood movies are interesting, I'm telling y'all. There was another one that I saw. I can't think of the name of. It was about a haunted house. I don't know if you saw that with me.
No, I don't remember that haunted house. That's if you look at it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It wasn't gruesome like American haunted movies are. It wasn't bloody. It was about a simple haunted house where the lady was scared. Sort of like, well, I'll bring that up later. But the next one was When Love Happens. I don't think you saw this one either. This I liked. It was a romantic movie. It says, fed up with coordinating weddings for everyone else, Mo, an unlikely in-love event planner, turns to the internet to see if she can't find her own Mr. Right. I like the movie. I remember it, but I gave it a 3.5 star. 3 stars. I gave it 3 stars because I'm a sucker for a romance movie. 3 out of 5 stars. I don't think the husband watched that one with me. But my all-time favorite, oh my goodness, Netflix, y'all got to see this, is Shadow.
Shadow.
Yes, I don't know if they consider this a Nollywood movie. Well, no, because Nollywood is Nigerian. So this Shadow, a rough-hewn cop turned vigilante. Shadow defends clients, mostly women, from blackmailers, stalkers, mobsters, and etc. I don't know if it's not considered Nollywood because it's based out of Johannesburg, South Africa. I thought it was a movie at first, but I found that it's a series. And my only problem with Shadow is that the series is too short, and I hope they bring a season 2. I'm not even going to reveal anything. I just want y'all to go and look at it. It's awesome. It's called Shadow. Based out of Johannesburg. What they call it? Joburg. I'm telling you, I'm loving these Nollywood movies.
Yeah.
I'm loving them.
But you know, we were talking about that when we were looking at what's the place? A lot of them look like American
actors. Yes. Well, a lot of them, yeah, especially in that Johannesburg Shadow series, a lot of the actors look like American actors. But in the Nollywood circle, you see some of the same actors in the different movies. I guess because it's so small. But I love the Nollywood movies, and I'm loving this Shadow on Netflix. So y'all check it out. Support our brothers and sisters across the waters. They do an excellent job. They are excellent actors and actresses. I love it.
But don't they call women and men, don't they call them actors?
Well, some call women actresses. I say actors and actresses.
I know. I was just
Yeah,
saying.
but they call generally they call them actors. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I won't say you were wrong. I was just saying. I heard them call them all actors.
So, Shadow, I do want to talk about it some more. Dang, blam it. Let me talk about it some more because it's a good series. They talking about making Idris Elba 007. No, we don't need 007. We got Shadow right here. Okay, and check this out. It's like you said. The series follows an ex-cop who cannot feel any pain, taking vigilante justice intros into his own hands. Somebody said intros. Into his own hands in the criminal underworld of Johannesburg. Oh, there's another one. Netflix has also just ordered another South African title, Blood and Water. Okay. They're comparing him to Luke Cage, like you did. They say
That's all he is, a Luke Cage without the he ain't got the strength. He can fight like Luke.
But he don't have the
right.
He's not as strong.
He can't feel pain. He can get killed, but he just can't. Like when you shoot him, he don't feel it.
Okay, originally the actor is from Soweto, so they got one of their own to do it. Where in South Africa. I love the show. I want everybody to check it out so that there can be a season 2. It's called Shadow. It was released on March 8th. So do check it out. I want to ask you something though. Have you ever heard of Kanye's Sunday service?
No.
I hadn't heard of it before either until around March.
It sounds scary.
I know, that's why when I first heard of it around March, I was like, Lord, this man is preaching now. I said, first Snoop and now. So I didn't mess with it. I didn't touch it.
Snoop?
Yeah, Snoop released a gospel album.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't know that?
No.
If I'm not mistaken, he'd be preaching somewhere, but I'm not going to say that because I'm not sure. But yeah, he released a gospel album, I think, in the middle of last year, 2018, or towards the end of last year. And it went platinum, I think.
It's Snoop.
Anyway, the Kanye's weekly service, church, what is it called? What I said? Sunday service. Kanye's Sunday service sprang up around March, like I said. It's a weekly service on Sundays. It's where he handpicked choirs and transformed them into live orchestras. It's like a spiritual version of Kanye's songs. He take them on a spiritual essence. I guess the choir sing his songs in spiritual like. You know how choirs do. They said this.
I don't know none of his songs though.
I used to know. I bought his first 2 CDs, but after the second one, I couldn't do no more. So I don't know what his songs are today. But songs like Jesus Walk, you heard that one before. Jesus Walk, God show you the way. The devil's trying to take it down. Jesus. When I remember when that song first came out, some religious organization gave him a reward, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly. But when they found out that he was a hip hop artist, they took the award back. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So these services their locations change from week to week. They're usually held on Sundays, of course, in Burbank and surrounding hills and forests of Los Angeles. They have a pre-service to the actual service. And that's usually like a brunch or something, I guess. Everyone must sign a non-disclosure agreement, which means attendees are forbidden from talking to the press. They say Kanye spares all the expenses. Everyone is invited personally and treated with kindness by security and staff, just like any church service. That made me laugh right there. It says Kim is the videographer. But some of the people that are that he handpicked, I only chose the ones that I realized that I recognize their names. It's Fred Hammond, Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin is the one that helped Russell Simmons start Run DMC, right? Or start his company. Rick Rubin, the white boy, back in the 80s. Babyface, Farnsworth Bentley, Kid Cudi, Verdine White from Earth, Wind and Fire, DMX, and David Letterman, among others. They are part of the all-star congregation, I guess. So Kanye announced on a plane that he was going to stream Sunday service at Coachella. He was going to stream it live from Coachella. I don't know if you know what Coachella is, but Coachella is a venue where they hold concerts. And celebrities go every year. It's a yearly thing. I know every time I open up Netflix, there was Beyonce at Coachella. I'm not really a Beyonce fan, so I didn't watch it, but it was annoying popping up on everything. I almost couldn't close it, couldn't get rid of it. So Kanye held his Sunday service. He streamed it live from Coachella on Easter, the pagan holiday. Which leads me to my next podcast about Easter. And actually, these pagan holidays that are ordained by man, we're only supposed to be celebrating God-ordained festivals, not these holidays such as Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Halloween, President's Day, Pastor's Appreciation Day, First Lady Anniversary. What'd you say?
Usher Day.
Van Day.
We got a building day.
We got a building day. All those things should not be so. We should only be celebrating and acknowledging God's festivals. I know some of y'all don't believe that, but hey, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save and change anybody. That's all. Don't get mad with me. But Easter is a pagan holiday. Christmas is a pagan holiday. Halloween. All of these are man-made traditions. We don't acknowledge God's festivals. I tried to acknowledge it. I did my best this year. I acknowledged the Passover. Got some studying in with my brother K. Judah. I think we did the Passover and the Sabbath. The Sabbath and the Passover. Whichever way. I don't know. But we studied on those 2 days. With Out the Mud and K. Judah and Sister Nitya and Eve ate from the... I keep getting her name wrong. Eve ate from the fruit of lies. That's my family over there. I can always go over there and fellowship with them. If I can't fellowship with nobody else, I can always go over there and fellowship with them. Over on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. This podcast is also in affiliation with Red Tea Detox Program. It's a program proven to stop hunger cravings, help shed a pound of fat every 72 hours. This is West African Red Tea Detox. It's for $37, but if you go on my website at BeeSparrow, why do I do that? BeeSparrow.bravesites.com. BeeSparrow.bravesites.com. Click on that affiliates link, and then you'll see that healthy corner. The link to the red tea is on the right. You'll see it though, it's right there. You'll get a discount if you do that. And a lot of my affiliates are on that page. I have an affiliate link on my website, BeeSparrow.bravesites.com. I like that beauty of food, natural beauty product. There's a woman on there that gives you ideas how to make moisturizers right from your kitchen, from ingredients right from your kitchen. You don't have to go to the beauty supply store and spend $40 and $50 on a cream to make your face look young. Well, you can go right in your kitchen and find remedies to help slow outward aging and reduce fine lines and wrinkles. Go to my website and check it out. BeeSparrow.bravesites.com. Yeah. Shout out to the brother K. Judah. Anyway, I have to go and prepare for another podcast because I just find it hard to believe that people actually think that Easter is a holy holiday. Easter. And what did you say about the 3 days?
The 3 days. It's supposed to be 3 days and 3 nights.
That he went down?
He died on that Friday and rose Sunday.
Sunday night? Wait a minute.
No.
Friday night,
Sunday.
Saturday night, Sunday night.
He rose on Sunday.
That's not 3 days?
He rose on Sunday.
Friday
morning.
Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
He was already up come Sunday night. Sunday night he done been up and went around and talked to people and everything. So he had to die Thursday for it to be 3 nights, 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't count Sunday as a day because that's when he rose.
True.
So if you say Thursday and Thursday night, that's 1. Friday and Friday night, that's 2. Saturday and Saturday night, that's 3. Then he rose Sunday morning. I mean, I was
thinking, I was going to say that I thought that, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was going to say that Kanye West streamed live his show on the day that the Messiah supposedly had risen. But he didn't. You saying by Sunday, he was already up? By Sunday morning?
Yeah. So by Saturday night, he done been seeing almost everybody. He done made his round.
How?
Letting people know about
if he was in the ground.
Huh?
How if he was in the ground?
No, I'm talking about Sunday when he rose.
Oh, you said Saturday.
I said Sunday.
Oh.
When he rose Sunday. He done made his round by Sunday night.
Well, I just pray that people study more Like over the mother told me to work out my own salvation. Like he'll trip. Like I'm 50 years old. Like I don't know that, but he'll trip. But he right. I just want people to work out their own salvation. Like don't get upset with me because I say that Christmas, that Easter, and Christmas are pagan holidays. Got upset with me. Say what he say? What business? What business is it of yours that people celebrate Christmas and Easter? Are you gonna go to hell for it? Or I'm paraphrasing. That's what somebody said to me. Said I might go to hell if I don't tell them the truth. If I don't tell them what I'm supposed to tell them, I could go to hell. Yes. Thank you very much. But hey, I'm like Jesus said. I'm do like Jesus say. Don't nobody want to hear what you got to say. Dust off your feet. Leave that house. Leave that town. Get to stepping. Get to stepping. So that's what I do. If you don't want to hear what I got to say, dang, blaming. You know, I'm not claiming to be a Bible scholar. None of us are claiming to be Bible. At least the people that I study with, not claiming to be Bible scholars. We just want to tell people what God has revealed to us, and that's what we're supposed to do. When you're studying that Bible and something comes to you, like, especially if it's something that you've been wondering for a long time, what if such and such? What if this and that? And then years, especially, and if it's years later and it come to you, God reveals your answer, the answer you've been wanting to know for years. You're going to want to tell somebody. I don't know about you, but I do. I'm going to want to tell somebody. Like when I found out what happened to Zacharias, John the Baptist's father, from the lost books, because Jesus only touched about it. Jesus only talked about it in Luke 11, I believe. He don't go into details of what happened to him. But in the lost books, they tell you what happened to Zacharias. When I've learned that, I was excited and I wanted to tell somebody. But who you going to tell? Who you going to tell? Because nobody wants to hear. Everybody is so stuck up on this New Testament, what do they call it? New Testament church. A New Testament church. Anyway, I don't want to get myself all upset. I just get so passionate about it. Mm-hmm. I get so passionate. These people ordaining their own holidays and stuff remind me of the King Jeroboam. He became king of the northern states after Israel separated. And he became the king of 10 tribes. And Solomon's son became king of Samaria. I think it was Samaria. The other tribes that decided to stay with him. Oh, I was just thinking out loud. But King Jeroboam, I can't even say his name, Jeroboam, he appointed festivals in high places. He started building high places and appointed men that were not ordained by God as priests. And he started ordaining his own holidays. And in order to keep the people from going to Jerusalem to worship, he built golden calves in high places for them to go worship. Because he felt like if they would go to Jerusalem and worship, they would join the Israelites there. So he was the son of somebody that worked with King Solomon. And he was a skilled worker. And when King Solomon saw how well the young man did his work, he placed him over the labor force of the tribes of Joseph. So one day, the prophet Ahijah approached him with a prophecy. The prophet tore a new cloak into 12 pieces and said, "Take 10 pieces for yourself, but this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. See, I am going to tear the kingdom out of Solomon's hand and give you 10 tribes." The idol worship of the Israelites caused God to divide the kingdom. The house of David will retain a remnant of the kingdom, including Jerusalem, because of God's covenant with David. So that's why he didn't rip the kingdom out of Solomon's hand, because of David. So instead, he ripped it out of his son's hand. So after this, Solomon tried to kill Jeroboam, but he fled to Egypt and stayed there until Solomon's death. Following Solomon's death, Solomon's son became king. I ain't even going to try to pronounce these names anymore. And he foolishly threatened to make life more difficult for the people of the land. And this is what divided them. They rebelled against him, and the 10 northern tribes crowned Jeroboam as their king. Jeroboam. And this was predicted by the prophet. That division was predicted by that prophet, Ahijah. And this Jeroboam he had been promised great blessings and continued dynasty if he would follow the Lord. However, he did not obey the Lord. Instead, he had 2 golden calves, like I said, made for the people to worship in the northern kingdom, and made priests and celebrations for them. We're not supposed to be making no kind of celebrations, y'all. That's for real. Only the ones that God ordained, the festivals. So, like I said, he made the golden calves for people to worship in the northern kingdom and made priests and celebrations for them. And this often became referred to as the sins of Jeroboam. And you can find this story in 1 Kings. He started all that mess. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Me and my husband took a walk down the hill and back up. I passed him. I said, pew! Hey, I beat you to the top of the hill.
You were tired too.
Tired of the mud, sweating.
I know that. It don't matter what side you on. In the shade in the sun, it's still gonna feel
Yeah,
the same.
I crossed the street to get in the shade.
Yeah, it's still gonna
But
feel
I
the
was
same.
sweating like a slave when I got to the top.
Hill ain't no joke.
It sure ain't. Nope. Anyway, that's all I got to say for now. about this Easter.
And that's all I got to say about that.
About what?
Forrest Gump.
That's all I got to say about that. Just felt like talking about it because sorry. I just want people to know the truth. Know the truth about it. Didn't it sound like I just spit? I didn't.
Okay.
I just ripped a page out of my notes.
Alrighty then.
Anyway. It's so beautiful back here. Peaceful. Right now.
Go in and get me a cigarette.
A cigarette?
Yeah.
You gonna talk to the people while I go in there?
I'll hold your phone. I might say something. I got
Well, you got about 50.
Let me see. What y'all want
8
to talk
minutes.
about?
8 minutes to refresh your arm.
It ain't gonna take you 8 minutes to go get me that cigarette, though, is it?
It might.
No, it
I
ain't.
have to stop and use the bathroom.
That was your excuse for going. You had to use the bathroom anyway. That's my wife. Her big head self. I'm pretty sure this ain't what she wanted me to talk about, but hey. I don't know. What y'all want to talk about? Yeah, I know. I ain't saying nothing.
What? 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 You do know this is live, right?
Yeah.
And what was you talking about?
You here. We had a good conversation.
Y'all had a good conversation. Oh my goodness gracious, boy. It's a beautiful day. I don't see a cloud in the... Yes, I do. But it's still beautiful. Beautiful. So anyway, it's your girl BeeSparrow.
Juls Sparrow.
And we just chilling. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't talking about nothing. It's a beautiful day. I hope you guys get out and enjoy it. As for me, I got some studying to do. Because I still do want to talk about this Easter thing. And this pastor's anniversary and First Lady. I hate titles. I hate titles. Well, I shouldn't say hate. Hate is such a deep word. But I don't like titles. I think I lost a couple of friends. Well, people that I thought were friends from saying this. We don't talk anymore like we used to since I said something about titles. Titles cause division. How about we all just brothers? Your pastor is not your spiritual father. He's your spiritual brother. You only have one spiritual father. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm talking to myself, though.
You always do.
I don't think nobody listening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? How about now? Oh. Anyway. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Okay, let me close this podcast. We ain't talking about ish.
Never do.
No, we usually have some good topics to talk about. But right now, we just talking. We just talking. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. You right. I don't know what happened to my playlist. Half of the songs are gone. Alrighty. You guys have a blessed day. Holla at your girl. It's BeeSparrow on Twitter. BeesPod Hot on YouTube. BeesPod Hot on Facebook. BeeSparrow.bravesites.com. That's my website. Holla.